Hey everybody, this is Ian here, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. Today, the third episode of the Monk trilogy, The Lie of the Land. Basically, it picks up where the last episode left off. The monks have taken over the world, and it's up to Bill and Nardole to stop them. Now, I really like the concept of this episode, with an alien race taking over the world and turning them into slaves, rewriting history. It's a brilliant idea, and Toby Whithouse's bread and butter. All of the actors in this were excellent. Bill, Nardole, and the Doctor were great, as usual. Most everything that could go right with this episode, technically, did go right. Most everything. There were a few big problems that I had. First off, the music, again, was way too loud. Way too loud. In the scene where the Bill shoots the Doctor, which I love, by the way, the scene where the Doctor consults Missy, all of them had music that was way, way too loud. I was struggling to hear what people were saying, and I know I missed crucial plot and character points. Please turn the music down. It can't be that hard. Also, the fake regeneration was really disappointing, and it really felt like Moffat / Toby Whithouse / whoever came up with that idea was just teasing the audience. It wasn't even that funny. The joke that it led up to wasn't even that funny. It's like when TV shows write cool-sounding lines into their episodes so they can use them in a trailer despite not really fitting into the context that they are ultimately used in. So just no fake regenerations. Either do something with it or don't include it at all. Regeneration was written into the show as a means of keeping it going. It shouldn't be used for throwaway jokes like this or as a plot device that is not directly related to the Doctor regenerating unless there is legitimately good reason for doing so. Missy was also not really needed in this episode, and it really just took time away from the things that the episode really should have been focused on, although I will admit that this was probably Missy's best outing so far. The final thing that I didn't like about this episode is much more complicated. The whole episode was much too fast. What we have here is a concept that could be used for a multiple season TV show fit into the space of 45 minutes. There's just so much potential in this idea that it cannot possibly be fully explored in the time allotted. This should have been Peter Capaldi's The War Games. So vast, epic, and sprawling with such excellent concepts, writing, and acting that it couldn't not be heralded as a classic. But what we have here feels instead almost like a summary of that epic, with the vital plot points in play, but none of the fascinating substance such as character moments and battle scenes and all the things that an epic thrives on. What we basically have here is the writing team trying to do too much in too little time. We have a story broader than the War Games, being given less time than Revenge of the Cybermen. But if there's one thing that The Lie of the Land did, it's helped me finally identify my single biggest problem with modern Doctor Who that I've been trying to pin down for years. Looking back at the episodes I like from the modern series, or I like the most from the modern series, it has become suddenly very clear as to what that problem is. My favorites include, but are not limited to, Dalek, The Impossible Planet / The Satan Pit, Midnight, Mummy on the Orient Express, and Heaven Sent. There's one thing that all of these episodes have in common. They all explore the themes and concepts within them to their fullest extent. Take Dalek, for example. The concept is the last Dalek falls into the hands of a crazed collector, but gets free and wreaks havoc, killing everyone. That concept is fully explored in the episode. You've got the confrontation between the last Dalek and the last Time Lord. You have the Dalek breaking free and killing everyone. And you have the Dalek with some human DNA implemented malfunctioning, and the mental struggle of the Dalek as that happens. And everything from the concept of Dalek that could have been exploited had been exploited, leaving the audience satisfied, but without thinking that there should have been more delivered. That's why I liked that episode. It had an idea and explored that idea until there was nothing left in it to be explored. But take now, for example, The Lie of the Land. It neither explored everything it could have, nor explored everything it did decide to touch on to its fullest extent. What this means is that at the end of the day, when you finish the episode, you say, that was good. I would have liked it a lot more had it done X, Y, and Z. The Lie of the Land, like Oxygen, left me wanting more, and not in a good way like Flatline did. This is a one-off episode idea that will almost certainly never be revisited, and that's sad because there is so much potential here and so much that I wanted to see done with it that I have trouble properly enjoying the episode that we have. when you analyze the episode itself, scenes are short, there are a lot of cuts between location, and large swaths of the stories are told through narration. Show, don't tell. The ending feels convoluted, unsatisfying, and improperly explained. I mean, this episode alone could have been 3 episodes long, perhaps longer, and I don't think it would have suffered at all. It would have been dramatically improved. I felt it at the end of Oxygen, I felt it at the Pyramid at the end of the world, I felt it at the end of The Lie of the Land. A sad emptiness, a yearning for something more, a lack of something. It's the themes, the concepts, it's been that all along. A desire to see more done with the brilliant concepts that the writers develop every week. This is why I've been wanting simpler stories, because more focused, less complicated stories are the only ones that can be properly explored in a 45-minute time slot. Try fitting the War Games, or Inferno, or The Deadly Assassin into 45 minutes, and tell me that they would not have been better at their original lengths. I mean, just imagine how spectacular The Lie of the Land would have been if it had had a 2.5-hour runtime. The characters could have been developed, the epic action scenes, the battles, the stakes. It would have been favorite episode material, easily, and it just makes me wish that there had been more time to explore it. So please, writers of Doctor Who, either make simple stories that can properly fit into 45 minutes, or give more episodes to the epic stories that can't be fit into 45 minutes. We'd all benefit from it. So that was my mini review of The Lie of the Land, and I will at some point soon do a review on the entire 3-parter. But for now, just to sum up The Lie of the Land. It is an episode that had brilliant concepts and potential, but just didn't have the time to deliver everything that it could have. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.